I'm Sai Pranav, and today I'll walk you through the code behind our Python project SmartVest, your all-in-one investment dashboard, which I worked on with my teammates Kaundinya, Lohitaksha, and Ritik. As you can see from our project structure, we have four Python files. The first one is the main.py, which displays a simple menu to the user asking for the kind of stocks or cryptocurrencies or mutual funds he's interested in, and three individual files for recommending stocks, cryptocurrency, and mutual funds respectively. So let me start off by running the main file, namely. So we'll be presented with a simple menu asking to choose between stocks, cryptocurrencies, or mutual funds. Let me start off by clicking on one so that we would be recommended stocks based on the input we give. What this does is, since the choice is one, it would run the Nasdaq underscore stocks dot file and run the appropriate functions. From the Nasdaq underscore stocks.py, we can see that we are reading in the Nasdaq underscore screener Excel file. This is an Excel file that contains the information of stocks which we have officially sourced from Nasdaq. The next step which we are doing here is we are doing a bit of pre-processing to fill in empty values and cleaning the dataset. We have also created another column that would classify the market cap information into whether it belongs to a small cap, mid cap, or large cap. This is important as we are taking an input from the user based on this so that we could recommend personalized input to him. Okay, the data set has been cleaned and we have saved it into a new Excel file. Also, we can see that we are initially displaying a bar graph that highlights the various sectors and the number of stocks in each sector. This would familiarize the user with the different sectors available and number of stocks in each sector so that he could choose the sector in a wise way. Closing in the bar graph, we'll be presented with a few questions so that we can recommend stocks to the user in a personalized way. The first question is, what is your investment budget? This is probably the most important one as we want to recommend the user with the stocks that fall within his budget. So let me enter in 5,000. We'll be faced with the next question, the sector of interest. As the user has seen the bar graph, he'll know probably what sector he wants to invest in. Choosing in technology, the next question is whether he wants to invest in large cap, mid cap, or small cap categories. So let me enter in large cap. The last question is, do you prefer stocks with a recent positive or negative change in price? Some investors look for momentum, the ones with positive increase in price, while others would want to look for capitalizing the market by seeking some undervalued opportunities. So this question is important for us, and I would be choosing positive. So this would present us with the top recommended stocks. No surprise, Nvidia tops the list. We would also present the user with more information on each stock, like the symbol, name, last sale price, sector, market cap category, percentage change, and volume. And we can see that the list of five stocks are displayed here. A bar graph is also generated that would display all the stocks that the user has been recommended with percentage change for each of them so that the user can be familiarized with what exactly is going on. Okay. From the code, we can see that first we have been taking an input from the user, filtering the data based on what input is given, and recommending him stocks based on appropriate logic. And we have functions for displaying the two bar graphs, the one which we initially displayed and the one which we displayed after recommending the stocks.
Hi, I'm Kaundinya and I'll be presenting the demo and explaining the code for the web scraping component of our project. So we're using Beautiful Soup to scrape websites for crypto and mutual funds data. And the website that we are getting our data from is Yahoo Finance. So after using Beautiful Soup and the appropriate headers and the above URL, we get the data in the form of a table. So we need to first remove rows and the headings. And then when we access the cell to get the data, we put it into a pandas data frame to which makes it easier to access the data later on. We then also need to do some processing and cleaning of the data. So some of the columns in our data have letters like M's and B's instead of millions and billions, so we manually need to deal with them. And also later on we are filtering the data based on the market cap of the crypto symbols. So we are classifying the data based on the same. So if the crypto symbol has a market cap of above 10 billion, we are classifying it as large cap. If it's between 2 and 10 billion, it's mid cap, and if it's below 2 billion, it's small cap. We have used this classification as we've found it to be the standard. So coming to the main part of the code, this is where we take input from the user and we suggest some cryptocurrencies to them based on their preferences. So we ask the user for their budget, whether they prefer cryptos with high or low trading volumes, their preferred market cap, and if they want a recent positive or negative change in the price of their cryptocurrencies. So after taking these inputs from the user, we filter through the data that we've scraped and we retrieve the top three symbols, which we then display to the user. There are also two other methods that we're using to plot some information about the cryptocurrencies to the user. So the first one is printing the top 10 cryptocurrencies of the market and the corresponding market cap, which will provide the user with some important insight into the current trends of the market. And the second one is at the end, which shows the comparison of the three crypto symbols that we are recommending to the user. So when we run the code, so let me select two for cryptocurrencies. As soon as you choose two for crypto, we first generate the plot for the top 10 symbols and the market values, which will provide the user with some insight into the current trends of the market. And then when, let's say we input 4500 as the budget and we want high volume and we're looking for large cap cryptos with a positive change. So as you can see, we are filtering and recommending these three cryptos to the user. And this is a plot that compares the percentage change of the three cryptos, which will further help the user make a better decision into investing his money. So moving on to the final part of our code, the scraping of the mutual funds data, it has an overall similar structure to the cryptocurrencies code. Like I said, we are using Yahoo Finance to also scrape our mutual funds data. So coming to the first method in the script, here we are again scraping the data using the above URLs and the headers. And by accessing the cells in the tables retrieved, we populate a data frame with all the mutual funds data, which will make accessing the data much easier in the future. And usually, users who invest in mutual funds tend to not have too many questions about what they're investing in. They only care about how the market is performing and how much it costs. So, we are only asking these questions to the users. We're only asking them for their investment budget and whether they prefer funds with recent positive or negative change in price, which will help them understand the trends of the current market. So we process the data by converting these two columns to numeric data and we're removing symbols like the percentage symbol from the data. And we then filter through the data using the user inputs and return the top three funds to the users. And finally, we are again displaying two plots to the users. One that will display the returns of the top 10 funds in the last 3 months, and at the end, another plot that compares the three suggestions to the users by comparing the recent percentage change in their prices. So I quickly run the code again. So now if the user selects mutual funds, we get the first plot that shows the 3 month returns of the top 10 mutual funds in the current market. This will provide the user with some important insights into the current trends of the market. And then when we can put the investment budget as 12,000 and a positive change in price. So these are the three recommended funds by our product, and again the user can compare the percentage change of the recent prices of these three products. So this concludes the demo of our product SmartVest. Thank you for your attention.